Hello everyone. Today I'll be presenting the first assignment to Professor Amandip Shahi. The presentation is on should serving others be placed at a higher moral level than serving oneself. Let us see a quick introduction regarding this. The presentation will involve serving others versus serving oneself. Is it like central to leadership and ethics or not? So this question delves into the philosophical and practical aspects of leadership. It will involve servant leadership, which was coined by Robert K. Greenleaf, ethical egoism, and self-concern. Like these three are the key concepts which are related to this topic. Servant relationship is suggests that the goal of a leader is to serve others by taking care of the growth, while ethical egoism is one of the ethical theories which is believes that acting selfishly or doing one's self-interest is correct and, and it may benefit the society. Last is a selfless concern. This concern for others' welfare is defined as altruism and is most often regarded as like the highest moral standard in leadership. Now, there are key issues and challenges with regards to these three terms in the question which we are discussing. First would be a moral dilemma. It is a common thing which the leaders face, which is their personal goals versus their team's needs. This becomes a conflict. Like an ongoing ethical foundation of this scenario is concentration of choosing to move between your career advancement opportunities or the well-being of your team and your employees. Then there is another challenge, which is burnout or self-neglect. Leaders may experience burnout because they're focusing on others too much instead of they're focusing on themselves. So personal growth and health is also beneficial for leadership. Then there is authenticity versus manipulation. This is everybody knows that is feeling good about yourself, even though you're sincere and not manipulative. So like feeling good about yourself as though you're sincere and not manipulative can be insincere because real care leads to real leadership instead of manipulating others and getting your work done. Then lastly, it's cultural and organization differences here. Some corporate environments believe in competition and personal achievements. In this, it is difficult to follow good leadership and team building. Now, potential solutions and outcomes for this would be balanced leadership approach. The servant leadership principle self-care allows leaders on both ends to be compassionate and resilient at the same time. So this balance helps create a sustainable growth in the organization where both the leader and the team can grow. Then organization policies, we can implement organization policies that would help promote servant leadership by creating an environment where empathy and collaboration is the norm, and these values are embedded in the company culture. Then there is training and development, leadership programs, which will delve into ethical decision, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution. This will help the leaders lead the tension between self-interest and altruism. So at a reduced pace. Then there is positive outcomes. Leaders who do not serve others but do a service. They earn, in this sense, it's like you're not working for someone but doing a service and you earn trust and loyalty from your team. Then there is result employee engagement, retention, and subsequently the organization performance increases. In conclusion, we could say that the integration of these three theories, which we saw in the beginning, servant leadership, ethical egoism and altruism, there is a balance to being an effective leader, and leaders can put their team and their own growth first and experience a sustainable, high performing, and ethical organization. With regards to this question, I found an article which was the servant leadership theory putting others first in the workplace in the Economic Times. This article explains the implementation of the concept of servant leadership in the real work organization environment, outlines How a leader can put his team's well-being and development ahead of everything else, which leads to high-performing workplaces. This is the link to the work article. Now, the key concept which aligned with the discussion I had in the beginning to the article which I found and read is around leadership. First of all, the article highlights leaders through Greenleaf's core ideas of putting needs of employees first. So the employees and a servant leaders. It's like they portray instead of team building, they portray team building instead of personal benefit. Another concept I saw which was aligning was challenges and cultural dynamics. It accepts through leadership. Servant leadership is based on trust and loyalty. It might not flourish in highly competitive settings where achieving as an individual is important. So it matches how we spoke about culture and organization. And then last concept I found is aligning was the balanced leadership. This article highlights the need to balance service and other people and personal well-being that can be learned from servant leadership and ethical leadership frameworks that is rooted in trust. So, in conclusion, what I gained through with this article aligned to my data and discussion was is that should one place himself higher than by serving himself or serving others? So, servant leadership, ethical egoism, and altruism are explored through my research. And it shows that effective leadership is not a choice between selflessness or self interest. It's like the most successful leader can strike a balance between his own personal growth and well being as well as that of the team's growth. Now, Robert K. Greenleaf outlined the idea of servant leadership model, which shows when you focus on others first, trust, loyalty, and performance is high in organization. It also raises challenge, but in a more competitive and individualistic environment, self-interest is more valued. Ethical egoism is believed as personal success directly helps society, and altruism defines self-concern for others. So at the end of all of this, a balanced leadership is what is needed, wherein the leader is focusing on himself and focusing on his team, and it leads to long-term success. Hence, like there is need for leaders to exhibit this balance to, and they are more resilient, authentic, and they're able to condition and allow for upstanding individuals and working teams. In this regard, the article I found in the Economic Times justifies the conclusion. It further reinforces that practical manufacturing challenges of server leadership in the workplace and in a way is consistent with ethical frameworks and leadership theories that I have learned in class. With this, I end my presentation. These are the references used for the books and article. Thank you.